Yes, hello again and welcome back to this playthrough of Venice on 200% enemy supply and 67% player supply, larger magazines, expert difficulty, all that good stuff. I say this because, yeah, I decided to call it a day. As far as this run goes, it was very exciting, very enjoyable. The first time I did it with these settings, with these, yeah, very hard supply bottlenecks to overcome. That meant we really had to be efficient, and I didn't have a clear plan in the beginning, other than, yeah, having cheap SLs to be able to bring more squaddies, maybe squeeze a little bit more out of the supply, the very limited supply we have, and yeah, and kind of developed into this air power infantry with air power support, and it worked very well. I guess getting you either need auto supplies or AI logistics in the beginning if you play on these settings. I don't see how you will do it, or I mean, you could probably do it without any of those two, but it would be just a pain to do, basically a chore. Not much fun, I believe. And this was really fun, seeing what infantry can do once you really get all the bonuses going and all the equipment, all the armor. Our armor worked very well, or infantry armor, I mean. Our squads, I mean, we took losses, but as you can see, we have like one bridge module and at 90 out of 100 squaddies because we have, yeah, a decent rescue chance for squaddies and gain 2 squaddies per mission. So yeah, very happy with our early wayback advocate also, and the HMG turrets also were very impactful immediately. These Gatling guns are really cool now, fully upgraded. Yeah, a little bit sad we didn't get this earlier, got this in earlier. Maybe I should have gone earlier for this instead of upgrading anything else first. Yeah, but who knows? Maybe next time we will drop AI logistics first and get that going early and completely change this around. Yeah, I don't really have. I mean, I have some ideas for another playthrough, but yeah, let's see what I come up with. If you have cool ideas, of course, please post them in the comments. You know my conditions pretty much. I can pick anyone I want at the beginning. Otherwise, the settings. Yeah, maybe I change the settings a little bit, but other than that, yeah, everything goes basically. And yeah, I also decided to call it a day because yeah, there are only menace operations left, and I don't enjoy spamming those as much. I mean, there is a five mission operation that would be cool, but yeah, we don't need to. I mean, yeah, we could build the squad a little bit more out, but I think we have seen the core principles, what this team can do. Let's have a look at the different operators and how they ended up. Yeah, I picked her up early because, of course, 1-star operator, good growth potential, and yeah, she suffered a little bit because we simply didn't have the supply to bring an LTC, which is what she really wants in order to bring heavy weapons. But she did very well still with just the Pyro Toyota or the AATV. With the setup, I really liked it. She was very impactful, especially early on. And yeah, almost got to 100 AP. Decent accuracy. Also improved her crit chance a little bit, and her defense also almost is neutral. So yeah, she would go crazy if you go AI logistics, of course. Then she would have been huge carry. Yeah, but this way we don't even really need barrage because yeah, we can't really afford the LTC. I don't know what else I would have done her now that we went this way. Maybe give her bags and bells. Um, yeah, but that's about it. She doesn't really need a maybe expert pilot for yeah. Actually, expert pilot would have been great. So we can put her in a light mech also if you want to, and she has crazy mobility with shoot and scoot. So in a light mech she would also go pretty crazy, I think. It would be actually pretty fun. Yeah. Uh, and yeah, her stats improved a lot. Let's have a look. 33 missions. And she did quite a bit. She did quite a bit. Yeah, almost 200 enemy squads killed. And one master unit killed. Okay. over 2,000 tiles moved. Yeah. Then he also was, of course, from the beginning, very impactful. I mean, you can maybe do these settings without him, but I'm dreading it because he was so important, just boosting whoever needed it and being able to rally, get rid of suppression, and stabilize morale. Without that ability, those two abilities, and also his scouting support. Yeah, he was super cheap to bring, like 100 points, even less like this is like 90 points to bring this setup. Insane value. And he improved quite a bit. Although he has very bad growth potential, he just went on every mission if he was available, so that's why. And has pretty decent stats though. Over the board, across the board. He didn't shoot much, that's why its accuracy is still pretty low. Or not that great, but yeah, 52 missions. Not that impressive, the stats. Also 2,000 tiles moved. Of course, he wasn't about killing stuff himself, he was about supporting everybody else. And then Gene Z, who turned out to be a little bit of the MVP of this run, I would say. Yeah, I think it's between her and Pike. Maybe even... I don't know. He was really, really good, Vamplu, but not as crazy as those two. And yeah, she was crazy. I mean, look at the stats she has now. She's just crazy, crazy, crazy. With 4 growth potentials, she improved so much. I'm not quite sure. I mean, she has like 90 AP in the beginning and 60 or 65 aim. I believe like 60 discipline maybe, 8 hit points, and like very low critical chance. And I believe either 0 or even negative damage reduction in defense. So yeah, this is huge growth. And you saw how often she got hit and basically laughed it away. And how mobile she was. And this whole spam all the consumable drugs and yeah, supply your allies with even more stuff with scavenger. This is just insane. All the loot we got from her and how cheap she is. With this and both the OCIs, supply OCIs, yeah, this is like 260, 270, maybe 280 points for this kind of setup with 8 squaddies, which is insane. Insane, insane. How mobile she was and very, very impactful. Really, really glad.
I was right.
Yeah, and with Euphoric, of course, damage reduction is even crazier. I don't know if this is shown here. I don't think it is. Similar goes for accuracy. I don't think this is shown here anymore. The value is only inside the mission improved, so this would be even higher maybe? Not quite sure, but I believe it's the case. Yeah, but giving her Protagon at that point, she went crazy, and once we had this armor for her, she went crazy with these 5 perks here in the beginning. This is also nice, but it's not really that needed if you don't spam that many consumables that cost anything. Of course, Triloxine, and this is free. We also had other stuff usually with us, like smoke grenades. So would have been nice, pick this earlier, but also giving her like critical hits now would be crazy. To improve her damage output, because that's the one thing she doesn't have going for her. She doesn't have Tank Buster or something like that, or any damage boost really, so she needs a lot of squaddies and equipment to really work. Yeah, but you can do that. Vamp, let's look at her stats, of course. Yeah, 49 missions. Also, she went on almost every mission when she was available. Yeah, basically, that was the case. Tons of damage to armor and hit points. Killed 450 squads almost. 2 master units. 0 enemies exploded. But 63 vehicles. No, she 100% she exploded some enemies. 100%. That's probably not correct here. I mean, she has crit chance and she blew up a lot of vehicles with RPGs and such. And maybe not. That would be strange, though. Yeah, but really, really happy with her. Also, 2000 tiles moved. It seems to be about the distance you need to run to this point, to get to this point, apparently. And yeah, insane value from her. And then Van Blue, who also improved a lot his stats. Very, very nasty. With this setup, I'm very, very happy. He's extremely tanky, can deal with anything really, has tons of ammo, and with Scavenger of GZ he can just resupply his drugs over and over again. And yeah, can deal with pretty much any enemy in the game, and every once in a while he turns into the Incredible Hulk with his passive, of course, and if you boost him even more, he goes crazy with full send and shooting gallery. Which was really impactful, especially early on defensive missions. This is such... And in general, there are so many enemies, you can usually find one or two that are outside of cover, and you can activate shooting gallery. And it makes a big difference, very big difference. Early on, he and Corlane, as weapons teams, were so strong because of shooting gallery. Yeah. Of course, this was very impactful. So this squad is like 300, I believe, 320 points, maybe more, because I bumped up his squaddies. This is honestly a little bit overkill. Like something like this would be like 260, 280 points with the setup we have. So very, very nice. And yeah, his stats are also pretty nasty now. Not much the enemies could do to him at this point, especially with Travodin. Yeah, I guess he would also benefit a lot from critical hits now. Backs and bells would also be very appealing to me, so you can long-term even give him buff and put him in heavy armor if you want to. So he's truly unkillable. Yeah, Fortify, also crazy value if you use this, and this drug, it's pretty nasty. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Oh, 44 missions. Slightly less stuff killed than Jeansy, though. More vehicles killed, of course. He has, yeah. Not as many enemy squads, but more vehicles. We were focusing on giving kills to Jeansy, of course, also. So this makes sense, but tons of damage. And he only moved 1500 tiles, okay. So less mobile than our scout and vehicles, of course, and our uber-boosted Jeansy, but very, very happy with his performance. Yeah. Every once in a while this has big impact, especially against these many enemies. He didn't care that much about suppression late game, or about losing squaddies, so yeah. And early on, also, sometimes this went nuts. Even if he is suppressed, with shooting gallery that overcomes the suppression penalty to aim a lot. Yeah, let's have a look at Corlane, of course. Yes, he didn't get to play that much because we didn't rely on Vanguards as much as usual, because it's just very hard to get a lot out of Vanguards, more out of Vanguards. On some mission types it's very good, but still. Having like one or two squads exposed that far ahead, I mean, he can pull it off, but I just didn't went for it because although it should be pretty nasty, yeah, I have to make a run where I will fit in his pistol build because it's pretty nuts. But that means you have to go for ice in the veins and quick hands and door to door and backup plan, nothing personal. You also want Vanguard, of course, so you're very, very locked into the build, not as flexible. And I still enjoyed this build very much. He was an excellent weapons team, an excellent Vanguard. Very useful to do objectives, extremely impactful early on, especially when we didn't have Murdoch and needed every promotion point we could get. So yeah, he did his job very well, but he didn't see that much action. Yeah, don't know what I would have done with him. Maybe yeah, give him nothing personal and ice in the veins still, and then backup plan. He has 3 slots left, so that would have been his build. Yeah. Which, yeah, ice in the veins, backup plan. We couldn't fit in quick hands. We would need to remove one promotion here. Yeah, he's very perk hungry if you want to do this cool pistol build to full effect. Yeah, but he also improved a little bit, I think. Not that much. He didn't get shot at much, so his defensive stats aren't that great. But offensively, he would be pretty nasty once he gets to 110 AP especially. Although that would take quite some more missions than 25. Yeah, but early game when we really needed him, he was very impactful. I really liked him then. He was very, very good. Also shooting gallery again came in clutch. Borg ended up very, very nicely. I mean, his stats won't improve much over the course of a run because of his low growth potential. He just doesn't take many actions at all, and it's not really needed. His stats are basically meaningless. You only need some promotions for him. Yeah, this is the build I usually go for. Maybe give him critical hits as well later on, but that's about it. Yeah. 23 missions. Mainly shot ATGMs, maybe a rocket organ here or there. Yeah, very, very nice because he was so cheap to bring. And then Murdoch, of course, this is the build I usually go for, which is just very versatile and impactful. Yeah, she can do a lot of more stuff. I'm not quite sure what would do with her. Maybe even also make her a light mech pilot, scout, backs and belts would be really, really cool as well to have a vehicle scout available. Yeah, that would be probably the best choice. Scout, backs and belts. Maybe tank buster to finish her off. Yeah, and that should have been it, basically. And she really, really, really did a lot. She went on 32 missions. Basically every time she was available. We didn't pick her up that early, and again, it was quite hard to fit in vehicles. But she did a lot of damage. Very nice. Yeah. And of course, she always has such great impact with her insurance perk. And yeah, also close to 110 AP. Great accuracy by this time. Decent crit chance, decent defense. Very nice. Yeah, tech also, of course, one of my favorites. As always, I go for this build because it's just such good value and very cheap to bring and very, very strong. We saw him tanking anti-GMs to the face and surviving without losing a squaddy and all that good stuff. Sadly, no C4 this time for him, but yeah, what could we do else? I mean, he has 2 perks left. I guess it would be Die Hard for me. Just for security reasons. And for funds, Linebreaker, but actually Determined probably. Or even Zigzag. Although he doesn't move that much, he just jumps, plonks down, and then shoots stuff. Yeah, so maybe even Point Fire and Linebreaker. These two. Oh no, Die Hard and Point Fire, Die Hard and Linebreaker, something like that. Would be fun on him. Yeah, but he, you know this probably because I think he was pretty much in every run so far. His damage reduction, 30%, is crazy. And his defense, he starts with -10, also has improved a lot, considering his low growth potential. His accuracy is also acceptable at this point. Yeah. Very, very nice. Very important squad. 30 missions, okay. Yeah, he didn't shoot that much. But when he did, he usually wiped squads pretty easily. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, he wasn't moving that much. He jumped mostly with the jetpack. And by the way, enemies exploded is also 0. Yeah, that just not probably doesn't mean what I think it means. I was thinking about if you explode a vehicle with a defect, that should count, but apparently it doesn't. Maybe it's not working as intended. because he sure as hell has exploded enemies. So has he, for example, and there should be, yeah, there should be like a 20 or something like here, something like that. Yeah, but then our latest pickup, Vet, was also on 20 missions though. Good scout, cheap vanguard. Once we picked him up, of course, yeah, our vanguard needs were basically covered with him and Corlane. Cheap little squad for scouting and fire support against light armor, medium armor, something like that. And he managed to get to 90 AP after 20 missions. So nice accuracy. His defensive values, of course, are bad since I guess he got shot at quite a bit though. Yeah, but let's not do that in the future. Him getting shot at is not great. Yeah. I like it. I like our team. Very, very nice. Very happy with how it turned out. And yeah, our impetus also. Very, very nice. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this whole experience. I certainly did. I have to think about the next one. Maybe I take some time off. Who knows? Please leave a comment if you have any ideas for fun runs, for fun ideas. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Bye bye.